Hey everyone, this is the Millionaire Hippies podcast with your host, Shikha, where we chat about spirituality, business, and health. We all want to live self-actualizing, fulfilling lives with joy, prosperity, and gratitude. Let's go on this beautiful journey together.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the podcast of Millionaire Hippie. I'm your host, Shikha, and I've been talking over the past couple of weeks about the immutable laws of the universe, and I just want to kind of reiterate what the immutable law part means. It means that these are laws that are apparent and working in the background even if you're unaware of them. Basically, I've used example of the law of gravity. So law of gravity works even if you're aware of it or not. So it means that if you fall off a building and you say, oh my God, I was unaware that this law exists, it doesn't matter. The law of gravity is apparent and existing even if you're aware of it or not. And this kind of translates into the 12 immutable laws of the universe. These laws are working in the background even if we are aware of them or not. I've spoken about the law of attraction, and today we'll be speaking about the law of cause and effect. Now, this is a really interesting one to me because a lot of people will not take responsibility for their lives. We'll say that, we're blaming our parents. Our parents didn't, send us to the best schools, or they didn't have enough money, blah, blah, blah. Or we're going to blame society. We blame the government, the Republican versus Democrat, blah, blah, blah. Or we're going to blame our genes. We're going to say that, if I was a little bit more talented, or if I had more intelligence, or if I was taller, or if I was shorter, things like that. Or we blame our age. We say that, if I was younger, I'd be able to do this, but I'm too old now. Or I'm too young right now. If I was a little bit older, I would have more money and I'd be able to do this. So in general, we blame circumstances, we blame other people, we blame everything else, but we do not take responsibility for our own actions. We don't take responsibility for ourselves. And that is not right, because everything in your life, everything that you are, everything that you're receiving and giving is a result of you. It's a result of your actions. It's a result of your thoughts. It's a result of your emotions. It's a result of everything that you are. So nothing else and no one else can be blamed for it, because it is all you. It is all us. We are responsible for our lives. We are responsible for everything in our lives, every single thing in our life. Because as soon as you take responsibility for something, it means that you can change something. You can change it, you can actually affect it, you can cause it to be different. As soon as you give up responsibility, you can't really do anything. If you say that I'm not responsible for my income, it means that you cannot control it anymore. You can't do anything about it. You're stuck with it until someone else who is responsible for it will do something for you. If your boss is responsible for your salary, it doesn't mean that they're responsible for your income. It just means that they are making a decision based on your actions. So if you change your actions, if you do more stuff, if you change the way you approach it, you would be able to affect your income. You'd be able to affect your salary. You'd be able to affect your boss's opinion of you, etc. So as soon as you take responsibility for things, you realize that everything matters. And this is extremely important. I'm going to repeat it. Everything matters. Everything. Every single thought of yours matters. Every single action matters. Every single word you utter matters. Every single thing you do matters. Nothing is inconsequential. And that is what the law of cause and effect is about, that everything matters and everything causes an effect. Nothing can be just dissipated. Nothing has no effect. You can be like, well, it's a weekend, so I'm not going to actually work out this weekend because it's only the weekend. I'm going to work during the week. The weekends matter. Everything matters. Everything you do and everything you don't do matters. Everything that you do for your business matters. Everything that you don't do shows up in your bottom line. So everything matters, and the law of cause effect says that if you want to have an effect, you need to look at all of the different things you're doing and change them in the way that's appropriate. So if you do something, it will have a direct effect. Basically, you could use the Newton's law of action and reaction, and it's the same thing, that if you have a certain action, it will cause a certain reaction. which says that you cannot have a reaction without an action. Basically, you cannot have an effect without a cause, and the cause is always something inside of us or something that we're doing, some action, some emotion, some feeling. Something that we are doing is causing that effect. It's causing that thing to happen. It's causing all of that stuff to transpire. And so if we're responsible, if we take responsibility for everything that's happening in our life, can you imagine the empowerment that you're going to feel after that? Because if no one else is responsible except for you, it means that you can change whatever you're changing, whatever you want to change. It means that you're not stuck with that effect. You're not stuck with that circumstance. Nothing is, for sure, and nothing is permanent. Nothing is permanent. Nothing is perfect. Nothing is permanent. Everything can be changed, and everything changed starts with our thoughts changing, our feelings changing, our actions changing. As soon as you want to cause an effect, you need to change yourself. And so the law of cause and effect is very, very clear in the fact that everything matters. And so a word that you utter, negative word that you utter one day will affect the course of your life. A choice that you make right now between sitting down and doing your work versus sitting on Netflix and binge watching something will have an effect in your life. The fact that you choose to spend time with your friends and family right now in this moment will have an effect in the future. So everything matters. And you don't want to take this as a negative thing. I mean, a lot of people become paralyzed by that because they're afraid of doing anything. They're afraid of taking an action because if everything matters, then they're afraid of the consequences of their actions, of their thoughts, of their feelings. Now, we can't get paralyzed and we can't become inactive because that in itself is taking an action. If you're being inactive and not doing anything, that means that you are taking an action. So what we need to do is we need to course correct. So the universe is actually really great about this. It gives us constant feedback. So you take an action and you realize, okay, this action was great. It was good in the moment, but right now I need to course correct. And the universe will send you feedback saying that, okay, this is great. You need to move in this direction. And so you move in that direction. And then you see how that feels, how that goes, how the action affects your life. What are you getting out of that action? And then you look at the effect. And if you like the effect, you keep on going with it. If not, you course correct based on feedback from the universe, based on feedback from your feelings, from your heart, from your gut, from your brain, from your actions, whatever you want to take. Take all of it and change and course correct. And that's amazing because it means that you're in constant motion, but you're constantly changing and adapting to the universe's feedback. You're adapting to your actions, to the effect, and you're changing in your life on a constant basis. You're constantly moving towards the direction that you're wanting to move towards. And that direction might keep on changing because a lot of times, we think that we want something and then we get closer to it and we realize, oh, that's not actually what I wanted. I want this. And so you course correct and you change. And that is what the fun part about life is, isn't it? I mean, it's fun to kind of keep on changing and moving in the direction that you want and realizing more and more so who you are and what you want from life and keeping on working towards it. That's the fun part about life. And the law of cause and effect makes it really easy because it makes us realize that everything matters. Nothing is a waste. Every action, every thought, everything has an effect in this universe. Everything that you do has an effect. And you're basically building up these causes and you're causing these causes to have an effect. And so when you're working on a business, one of the things that I've noticed is that everything matters in the business. What you do in a business takes an effect, and your clients notice it, your customers notice it, your bottom line will notice it. Everything matters in a relationship. The things that you do for the people that you love, all of it is being noticed, and it is causing an effect in the hearts of your loved ones. Everything that you do for yourself, every workout that you do matters and changes you from the inside out. And so I want you to remember the law of cause and effect. And when you're doing something you think that's inconsequential, don't think that. It is having an effect. You're doing something that's useful. It is going to change your life in an imperceptible manner at first, but in a general great manner in the after effect. So I hope that this podcast helped you. My name is Boom Shikha again, and we're talking about the law of cause and effect. We'll be talking about the next few laws over the next few podcasts. I hope you enjoyed this. If you guys are interested, please join my Facebook group, The Millionaire Hippie. If not, I'll talk to you guys soon. Have an amazing week. Ciao for now.